everyone loves to say that, no, it's not a weapon, it's originally a tool used for farming.
So why are we obsessed with scythes as weapons? There's lots of reasons, but I'm going to talk about 3. Number 1, we have the obvious Grim Reaper imagery. Now, the Grim Reaper used the scythe because the crop imagery was purposeful. He was essentially harvesting souls. He cut down people as if they were plants. So the parallel with the farming tool was purposeful. It sort of dehumanized people. It made them confront their own mortality. Of course, anything that is as powerful as a force of nature itself, death, will eventually be something people find to be cool. And so they wanted to mimic that, and we started becoming obsessed with scythes as a weapon because the scythe was a symbol of the very thing that equalizes all people, death. Number 2, historically, scythes actually were used as weapons. This wasn't because they were actually good weapons, this was because very often peasants weren't able to actually own weapons. So in a situation where a farmer had to defend themselves, the only thing that they actually had available were farming tools. And a scythe, while not the best weapon, would be an easy way to fight someone with something that has reach, and that was a good way to keep yourself safe. So in a way, the scythe was also a symbol of the common man rising up against oppressors. Finally, believe it or not, there were scythes that were made for battle. It's just that their blades were not perpendicular to the pole that held them. They were more parallel. They were still curved, though, and they operated the way that scythes would usually operate, by swinging around and creating a curved slicing motion. And you would fight with them the same way you see people fighting with scythes in anime. Big, large, circular motions. It's just that it makes a lot more sense for the blade to be parallel to the pole instead of perpendicular, because you just don't have as much slicing area when the blade's perpendicular. Google war scythes. They're actually pretty interesting. So yeah, I don't actually see that much of a problem with the way scythes are portrayed in anime and video games. I mean, the swords that we see in anime and video games aren't realistic, so why should we expect the scythes to be?